conceding 5 converted tries in the first 20 minutes. The Kiwis gave an appalling display against the confident Britons, who finally ran in 11 tries for a World Cup scoring record. The 20-year-old Leeds fullback John Holmes, playing his first World Cup game, though his 4th international, set up an individual scoring record of 26 points by scoring 2 tries from 5/8 and kicking 10 goals from 11 shots. Incredibly bad, said International Board Secretary Mr. Bill Fallowfield of the New Zealand performance, and there were few who argued with that. Perhaps if the Kiwis had taken a golden chance at 10-3 to score between the posts, they might have applied themselves and started to tackle. But the New Zealanders muffed the chance to score, and Britain responded with 3 quick tries, all converted to make the score 25-3 with only 20 minutes gone.
So no score at the start of this World Cup match in poor place, which is very near to the Pyrenees. Beautiful sunshine, bad weather in England, I gather. I don't know, of course, what it's like in New Zealand. Oh, and Nichols in for a try, straight from the base of the scrum. Straight from the base of the scrum, George Nichols went in, picked the ball up, and went straight in without a hand. Here it comes up again. New Zealand went back, and then they all spread out, but the way figure in white, George Nichols' witness went in. There was a tail-end tackle, but that's all it was, a tail-end tackle, and a clear try from the base of the scrum. 3 minutes, and we've been playing only 2 minutes, so three points in 2 minutes, and New Zealand not settling at the moment. Kicker John Holmes playing a stand-off half for his first World Cup match, and it's a go. So Grand Britain 5 points, New Zealand 0. Well, that's not a very bright start for the Kiwis, who seem to be fanning away from that scrum. Dennis Williams trying to find position. Charlton bouncing awkwardly. Could bounce well for Whittaker, but it's found right for Charlton. Whittaker missed him. And Paul Charlton, who plays with Salford in England, a Cumbrian by birth. There are plenty of gaps here if they can let the ball come out. Steve Nash and the 4th tackle coming up, not 6 tackles, 4 tackles, and 1 point, of course, for a drop goal. John Walsh. John Walsh has got a man inside him, and the man inside him, without any doubt, is John Holmes. And a good try, good break indeed by John Walsh to John Holmes. Stand of half, full-back or centre for Leeds. 5 minutes gone, with the score 8-0. Here it comes. Walsh did very well. He pushed a couple off, a strong run in centre, and went through the defensive gap. And Holmes had the sense to go in very quickly. A beautiful pass with the Kiwis defence really split wide open, and being chased by Brian Tracy, taken by very good World Cup. Phil Loader, the man that everybody had been talking about, taken by Murray Eade with his sweat bandage on. For a chance for John Whittaker. What a great time he's got to score to pass the front. He could gain on this one, but he's in for a try, and what a beautiful try it was, scored by John Whittaker. I saw him scoring a beautiful try in Salford in the last tour, and that was a gem. It was a bad mistake by Great Britain. The kick was not full of purpose at all, but it's still got to be scored. And I thought that Clive Sullivan might have taken him. There was a cover defence going across, but a beautiful right hand off, shot out of a tackle, and although Hesketh came in, Whittaker was over. Nash to feed and Nash to receive. I don't think McGriff really wanted it at that moment. Charlton, once he got inside him, But it's all right. It's advantage. He can't be stopped. He's run out of breath. He's run out of speed. As Esker's given it to Atkinson inside. And away behind the post to John Atkinson. Beautiful drive. Esker's did a tremendous lot of the work, and then as he looks as if he was going to run out of it, turned inside. So he started from the Great Britain line by Paul Charlton. You saw the Great Britain line. He came away brilliantly, did Charlton. And then he turned inside. Now this was then knocked forward, and it looks as if Chrissy Estes was away, but it's a long way to go. And he kept going, and he got Atkinson. Atkinson had sense to turn inside, and then it was all, having taken the ball cleanly, it was all the matter going behind the post, and the kick is now being taken by John Holmes. Taken well by Roy Christian. John Holmes. David coming out of this one. And dummy half, Stevenson, John Stevenson. Phil Lowe. Oh, good work by Phil Lowe. We've got Sullivan inside him. And nobody will catch Sullivan. He'll be straight in for a good try. Beautiful try made by Lowe and scored by Sullivan. So, Great Britain. So that was a very good try scored by Sullivan. As you can see, he had the legs. The Great Britain captain was chasing right away, and it was all a matter of finish, and he did by that. And at that moment, Holmes kicks the goal. 5-yard line. Ah, this is a nice play. Looking for support. Loose forward to Gerwig. Good run by Gurney to Roy Christian. Now on the right. Christian got away. It's got to be caught, but it's good support. Oh, good try indeed. Excellent try by the close to Tommy Cole. And a very good try indeed. A real beauty was that. Well, that was a gem of a move, as you can see. Christian looked as if he was going to do it himself, but he threw in a very, very good pass indeed. And he was taken by Tommy Cole, so good, in the form of the great coaster Chang Newton and Charlie McBride. And he turned over, and the goal. And the goal had been kicked. And there you're looking at the sign. He turned over, and the try was given, quite rightly so. Well, the first goal to make Great Britain 25 to New Zealand 8. Brian Lockwood. Phil Lowe moving the ball inside. Steve Nash. Chrissy Hesketh, and the strength of Chrissy Hesketh takes on Britain's try, so Chris Hesketh scores for Great Britain. While they stride me, I will have a look at it again, because it was Chrissy Hesketh going really strong and pushing a couple of players off. And from then on, this Salford centre ex-Wiganer had great power. Ty Sullivan, Great Britain captain from Hull. Todd Walker went a bit high, but the referee didn't worry about it. And Murray went in to knock the ball out of players' hands, and Hesketh having a tremendous match. Sullivan. John Holmes in an unusual number 6 jersey. Christian injured on the floor. Nicely passing that. Oh, beautiful try indeed by Stevenson. Mick Stevenson of Dewsbury. Very happy. I remember having 2 players from Stirling, father of the present New Zealand, former New Zealand scrum half, Jack Campbell, came to play at Crown Flat. And that boy there is Stevenson, who plays at Dewsbury and got his second World Cup try. Dennis Williams. John Wilson, well taken by John Walsh. John Walsh tries to do the split time tackle as the man receiving the ball. Dennis Williams is starting to beat. He gets out of him, so it's a chance for Orchard. Oh, he's a beautiful dummy. But he's still in trouble. Or probably better to say he's still causing trouble. Rod Walker. Mareed. And the Britain defence has come back for the 4th tackle. Not worth having a drop at goal. Don Mann with the 4th tackle coming up. There he goes on Murray and Mucky Brayton. We're very, very close to half-time now, only a matter of injury time. Referee Jamo is explaining to Nash how to put the ball in. In other words, nothing to his own forward's feet. Quite a good referee, Jamo, actually. He's going to be penalised, is Nash, I think. He is. He had a word with Nash about how to put it in. So... And there goes the whistle for half-time. With the score, Great Britain 33, New Zealand 8.
From 30-88, the Kiwis staged a useful burst in the second half and scored 2 good tries. This only encouraged Britain, however, and they promptly scored 3 more converted tries in quick order. The Kiwis didn't lack possession, winning the penalty count 10-1 and losing the scrums only 10-11. However, they tackled extremely badly, and it was the failure of the Kiwi front row and backs to tackle properly that led to the giant score. Phil Lowe played his 3rd magnificent game for Britain, and while he was not among the 9 Britons who scored tries, the Giants' second row player set up several of the tries with bursting runs. Steve Nash had a grand game at half-back, while the Salford pair of Paul Charlton at full-back and Chris Hesketh in the centres were rarely caught by the Kiwis. For New Zealand, only second rower Tony Cole and winger Johnny Whittaker had satisfactory games. Cole played brilliantly in both defence and attack, and the New Zealanders could do with half a dozen like him. Full-time Great Britain 53, New Zealand 18.